It butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the set.
57 to Mike. You got nothing to do.
Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the eye.
80 weapons. Hey, exit. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
You know, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Let's go. Deep, tighten up. Mike, check.
Ready?
He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting has taken over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense.
Mike's 59. Here we go. Mike's 5'9". Let's go, D.
Go.
59 is Mike.
Now.
Check, 59. Stay with your man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You're going to let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
From the 27th, Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
60 Pittsburgh.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's complete to Jones. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups.
the 4-yard line.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
Watch the run, watch the run.
2nd and 2. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And an alley to run. A big run there by Johnson. Give him 69 yards on the ground. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's game.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. They'll try to throw now. Brissett. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Complete to Portland Sutton. A gain of 15. And the Vikings first down.
We ain't giving him nothing to do. Check 52. You got tight. You got tight.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Brissett. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll run it with Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Whip. Watch the whip.
To Johnson again. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. David Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Good work, let's go. Let's go.
Ready, set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
High 7.
Trips.
2nd and 10. That's caught by Jennings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
15 line. Look at me. Sit down.
Back to throw now on first down. Launching one for Henderson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Mike 56. Hey, pick your game up.
Under crunch.
Alert 3.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Simmons. 23 yards on the play. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
57. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Brissett from the gun on third. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Out of the gun, Brissett. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains, and really it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Kill, kill, kill. Big air, big air, big air.
Here's Brissett. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cortland Sutton. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Brissett's pass complete to Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Minnesota. Josh Lambo.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now back to throw. This pass to Jennings, and he makes a catch. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Henderson. A tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It's going to be a long day. Let's go. Defense.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Tighten up, tighten up.
2nd and long. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Blue draw quarters.
Check, 59. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Shoot.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
He'll look to throw, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Zach Ertz, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, bring it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looks pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
It's our time. I'm here all day. 57's the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Bissett. And this one complete to Burnett. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
57's the mic. 57 shot. Let's go, D. Hatchet.
Brissett now. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Brissett now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
57's Mike 57.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 3 down, 3 down. 57 to Mike. 57.
Throwing. Brissett. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Mike's 56. You ain't going nowhere.
Brissett to throw on first. Now he'll escape to his left. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Come on, D. Hey, Mike, 50. Let's get 51.
Here's Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Apke. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Play fake, Brissett. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
57, Mike, 57. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. 57, Mike. Go. Watch your slap, watch your slap. Watch your slap. Mike's 57, 57's well done.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Ready, break.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Second down, it's Henderson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Third down and 11.
Okay, break.
59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Go.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Hey, Charlie. Ready.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. On the carry is Henderson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ready? 50, play.
2nd and 9 now. Jones has it. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
You got it.
Complete to Zay Jones. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Hey, Alpha. Yeah.
Me. I got this.
Yep.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Big River.
They'll set up to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Got it.
59. Mike,
Hey, Wahoo.
Watch the twist.
Hey. Now.
Back to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Protein spill. Go.
From the gun again to Henderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Back at the 27.
On the ready.
Mike Part 9.
I'm coming after you.
Go. Shoot.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man. It's Martin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready. 30 base.
Get him.
Hey, Echo.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Watch the
Hit it.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here I come again.
56 of Mike.
Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 3rd.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense.
Clear.
They run with Henderson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Hey, two stop.
Let's go, D. Right. He's tight right here.
Hey, exit.
Three down.
Get it.
2nd and 11. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Zoo.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Ready, go. Ready.
Here's Henderson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Bravo.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Target. Check the quarter. Check 24. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch the pass.
Bud.
56 is the mic. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 56.
A first throw for the backup, Rosen. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's go, let's go. Quarter. 50 seconds, left. Watch the back, watch the back.
Hey, my 7.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
59's Mike. Check. 50
Smooth.
All day.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, alert.
36 yards line.
Check nickel. Monday.
From the 36, Rosen. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
I got him. On me. 80. 57. Alert. Let's go, Heavy.
Hey, seam 6.
And now it's Rosen looking. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 24. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. Been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. 60 or.
Watch the run.
2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
6-6, pull it high.
59.
On first down, Henderson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards, first down, Packers. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's get it.
Ready, set.
Watch 57. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw.
Go.
50 seconds to Mike.
Hey, orbit.
2nd and 13. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
61, matchbox lights.
They'll run on first down. It's Henderson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling, and this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Carlson is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time, gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Brissett looks to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Let's go. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51, go. Here we go, G, get off the field. 51, come on.
Brissett. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
So it's all